John Carpenter is back in the director's chair. That's awesome. And also, what could that mean for the Halloween franchise? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, I just wanted to talk about the news that the horror master himself, the icon, the legend, John Carpenter is returning to the director's chair for this fall in a big project. And I started to think to myself, this is really, really cool news because of him coming back to direct at all. But could it mean that there are some doors that are open for a return, not only in just any movie, which I would be totally down for, but what about a Halloween movie? That would be just wow. Anyways, let's get into this story. We've got information from Entertainment Weekly that talks about John Carpenter's cemented legacy in movie history, in horror history, with such amazing films such as Halloween, The Thing, The Fog, and so many others. I'm a big fan of Prince of Darkness, In the Mouth of Madness, and it just goes on and on and on. But he hasn't directed in a long time. He essentially retired after 2010's The Ward. It was poorly received. It wasn't a bad movie in my opinion, but he thought, hey, I've had enough and I'm just gonna kick back and relax and collect those checks, baby. I understand that. But now he is back, and what awesome news it is. And real quick before I get into that, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps to support the channel and I'd appreciate it. And also, if you're a horror fan, if you're a movie fan, the Night Watch Zone is the place for you. So please subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know that whenever we go live or upload new content. So this information, when I read it, it was like, oh my gosh, it's so freaking cool, and it's totally right up the alley for someone like John Carpenter. But the article went on to say the filmmaker has helmed an episode of what's being called John Carpenter's Suburban Screams, an unscripted horror anthology series premiering this October the 13th on Peacock. The show's 6 episodes are true tales of terror that took place in seemingly perfect American hometowns. They will include not only first-hand accounts, but also cinematic reenactments, personal archives, and historic town press coverage. In addition to directing an episode of the series, Carpenter is a producer on the show and has composed its theme music. This is absolutely amazing news, guys. I'm so excited for something like this. Number one, it sounds like it's going to be a great series to watch, but the fact that Carpenter not only is producing it and behind it, but also directing an episode himself, it's right up his alley, like I said. And his whole idea, he's always thought about horror in a way where the things that we see every day, the things that we're around every day, those are the things that can be the most horrific, not necessarily fantastical ideas and so forth. And we've seen that in his movies as well. So this made me start thinking a little bit, guys, and let me know what you think. What if this was kind of like a tune-up project, so to speak? What if this was something that is opening the doorway, either on purpose or by happenstance, for John Carpenter to return to the Halloween franchise and actually direct the next Halloween film? Now, I know a lot of people are saying, I don't want to see John Carpenter return to direct a Halloween film. A lot of people are saying John Carpenter doesn't want to return to direct a Halloween film, and so forth and so forth and so forth. I get it. But I just wanted to speculate and just have a little bit of a theory session here, because I think there is a chance. I'm not saying it's a great chance, but John Carpenter, you've got to remember, he went through the ringer in his career as far as doing projects that he felt strongly about and having like a lot of critical backlash and also box office underperforming and all these different types of things in his career. It's really interesting as much credit and as much love and respect that he's given, and especially in the horror genre. He really had a career that was like this huge roller coaster. And, on the roller coaster, you've got your ups and downs. He had a lot of downs. Now, a lot of his films did become, cult classics and iconic and so forth. But most of them took a long time. You think about something like The Thing, that took a long time to become what it is known as now. And you've got other films of his that didn't perform as well as you would think they should have, especially because these movies came out during the golden age, the 80s. You look at movies like They Live, you look at movies like Big Trouble in Little China, Prince of Darkness, In the Mouth of Madness. These films, they are great films in my opinion, and a lot of people do enjoy them. But at the time that they came out, they weren't the juggernaut success that he thought that they would be or hoped, and also from the film studios. And so he really got disenchanted with film studios and so forth. And like this article from Entertainment Weekly had noted, 2010 was the last time he directed a film, The Ward. That's a long time ago. We're talking about 13 years ago. So anyways, what if this is just kind of like a tune-up and the possibility for him to return to the Halloween franchise? Now, here's the other thing. You got to remember, the David Gordon Green trilogy is done. So now we're going to do this new Halloween film, and it could go off of anywhere. It could be anything. And Carpenter coming in to put his take on his final Halloween film. Okay? Just listen to that. That in and of itself would be promotion paradise. Okay? It really, really would, in my opinion. Not to mention the fact that we're only 5 years away from the 50th anniversary. Okay, now we've talked a lot about the backlash of Halloween Ends and what this means for the franchise. Like I said before, I think we're at least 5 years off from another film. And a lot of times the franchise has taken 10 years off, it's taken 8 or 9 years off. So I think with this time period of being off, it's going to be shorter because the trilogy made a lot of money. I know there's a lot of divisiveness, there's a lot of haters out there, but the trilogy made money. They're not going to just sit back and just not do another movie as soon as they can. It's all about a business, and right now Michael Myers is as popular as he's ever been. So you bring in John Carpenter, his final Halloween film, the 50th anniversary of the franchise itself, the franchise that he started. Guys, come on. This could be so amazing. It really, really could be. Or here's another idea. What if he helps to write the film and co-directs it? That's a possibility as well. What if you had something like Mike Flanagan and John Carpenter co-directing Halloween or co-writing it? I'm telling you guys, I really do think it's more possible than a lot of people would give credit for. Even in interviews, John Carpenter has talked about how, this is never going to end as far as the franchise, as long as people want it, as long as it's making money and so forth. So imagine if you have a situation where they say, you know what, we are going to pay you. We are going to pay you because you deserve it. And also, this is just marketing heaven. And it's also really, really cool to tie in with the franchise. I think it's quite possible. I really, really do. And I'd love to see it. A lot of people may be thinking, well, he's done, his creativity is done, this and that. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. I think that, when you have the skill set of a John Carpenter, you still have a lot to show. I mean, look at his music for instance. I mean, his creativity with his music is absolutely amazing. And I know composing music and directing a movie or writing a movie are two totally different things. I know that. But what I'm saying is, if the opportunity presented itself and the business side of it, as far as the money, was right, I think it could really be cool.
You're goddamn right.
I really, really do. But, anyways, the bottom line is he is coming back to direct in this new anthology series. And I think that's amazing. And just what if, guys? Just think about it. What if this is just a stepping stone to possibly having him come back to Halloween proper? Maybe not just directing. Maybe he's just writing. Maybe he is co-writing. Maybe he is co-directing. What if he directs certain amount of the film? Whatever it may be, I'd be all for it, guys. Especially coming up on the 50th anniversary. It's absolutely, it's right there, man. It's all right there. So, anyways, tell me what you guys think about not only this new show that Carpenter is directing, that he is doing this October the 13th. Let me know if you're ready for that. But also, what do you think about the possibility of him coming back and directing a new Halloween film, or having any true tie-in to it, whether it be writing or co-directing or what have you? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below so we have a discussion about it. And as always, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps to support the channel. I'd appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the Night Watch Zone, this is the time to do it. Do it, and we can keep talking about these wonderful things as a community. Anyways, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.